You remember this video from last week, don't you? The Cleveland Storm claiming their Spirit Stick last Friday as we took it to the school. Guess what? They get more gear to go with the stick. They will also receive a plaque in the mail. Congratulations to the Cleveland Storm, Spirit Stick champions of 2010. Welcome back. It's time to enter the ranks of Class AAA. Lawrence Gilligan is back with nominees for Player of the Year.
Then the nominees in Class 3A read like a football talent show. Academy's Brandon Branch is the away from opponents, at least. Branch led the Chargers to a perfect regular season at 10-0. His elusiveness on the field factored heavily into the Chargers' success this season. It helped Academy finish as state runner-up in Class 3A. Jacob Jamison and the Lovington Wildcats have the top prize. Jacobson completed 67.5% of his passes in 2010. He threw for an impressive 3,624 yards while rushing for another 1,267 yards. Jamison passed for 60 touchdowns and rushed for 17. That is just insane. That is one reason why he's on the list. Ratone's Dustin Walton averaged 322.3 passing yards per game while helping the Ratone Tigers build a 9-4 record. Walton is also a future Lobo. Last but not least is Silver's Isaiah Conklin. Once a star running back at Rio Rancho, Conklin moved to Silver City. That is where he was amazing for Silver City. That's where his father transferred on the job. He also moved under center where he accounted for 37 passing touchdowns as quarterback and 38 rushing TDs as well. Conklin led the Colts to a 9-2 record. Those are the nominees for Class 3A Player of the Year. Dan?
All right, impressive to say the least. So who do we pick out of that group, huh? How about two guys? A tie between two quarterbacks, Lovington's Jacob Jamison and Academy's Brandon Branch are co-players of the year. Jamison did not make the trip to Albuquerque today, but we'll make sure you know that he gets his award. Now, here are some of his career stats he would like to share with you. He has 553 completions on 889 attempts for a 62.1% average. Jamison has passed for 8,444 yards in his career at Lovington with 105 touchdowns. He has rushed for 2,654 yards with 52 TDs on the ground. He is 31-7 in his career as a starter at Lovington. Brandon Branch, no slouch either, over 20 touchdown passes and 1,600 yards. There are your co-players of the year in Class 3A.
Those are just impressive numbers by both of those guys. Van, our nominees for the New Mexico ChevyDealers.com 3A Coach of the Year award are as follows. He's not a stranger to anyone in the metro area. Albuquerque Academy's Kevin Carroll has found the right formula to create a champion because he just finished a perfect regular season and made it all the way to the state championship game. Ratone's Brock Walton coached Ratone to the playoffs while coaching his son under center. That's not easy to do. Lovington's Jamie Quinones has the blue trophy for the Wildcats. It's the Cats' second consecutive state championship trophy. And Leroy Gonzalez has put the positive back into Robertson football after an off-the-field incident brought a storm of negative attention, even on the national level. Those are your nominees for 3A Coach of the Year. Dan, back to you.
All right, thanks, Lawrence. In this case, we'll say the winner is here. You're looking at the New Mexico ChevyDealers.com Coach of the Year in Class 3A. Kevin Carroll of Academy joins us now. Coach, you're the Coach of the Year. Well, what do you say now? Are you going to Disneyland?
No, I'm not going to Disneyland, Van, but I'm very, very honored and humbled to receive this award. And thank you and the Chevrolet dealers in New Mexico very much.
I guess I should give it to you, huh? I'm going to give you Brandon Branch's award also. You know, his dad, David, you know, I talked to him this morning. He'd like to see this. He was going to come down. Brandon had a basketball game to be in, so I'm going to give you both of these, and you take those.
Well, on behalf of Brandon Branch, thank you very much, Dad.
All right, we'll just talk a little bit about your season, you know, the perfect storm. I mean, you guys got all the way to the final game and without a blemish.
Well, it really was a Cinderella season, and even though the clock struck 12 last week down in Lovington, it was a great ride to get there, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
As far as getting to the final game and having, you know, just the championship to go, what kind of focus does that take when you know that if you win, the season is perfect? What kind of focus are we talking about?
Well, we have 25 players on the team, and they were just great all year long. They were focused. They took it one game at a time, and they got better as the season progressed. And they were just a group of kids that worked their families off, never complained, and they just did a great job.
Now, Brandon Branch is a guy who we probably see on the next level playing college football somewhere. I mean, he's got all the skills there, and I think he's kind of overlooked right now. I mean, I can't believe he's not entertaining a whole bunch of offers because the guy's a great player.
he is a great player, and he's a real student of the game, and he'll be a real catch for some college program, and I'm sure confident that he'll be playing somewhere next year.
And if you had to help him whittle down his list, are there some schools that you think he would be a perfect fit in?
Well, you know, he's a very bright student, and he has had some inquiries from some Ivy League schools, and Brown and Dartmouth come to mind, but we'll see what happens down the road.
Brown and Dartmouth, huh? Now, Coach, as far as you playing back in the day, what school are we talking about here?
What school did I go to?
Yeah.
Well, I went to Holy Cross College in Worcester, Massachusetts, and I spent a lot of time on the bench back when we had leather helmets.
But that's what I was getting back. I was thinking you were going to say, well, there's a coach at Holy Cross would be perfect for him, you know, to send him to your old school, but that's not the case, huh?
We've talked a little bit, but they haven't. They don't get out to the Southwest very often recruiting Holy Cross.
Real quick, what do you have coming back, and how do you like 2011?
Well, we're going to lose a lot in 2011, but we've got some great juniors coming back. Nash Phillips had a heck of a year, and we've got some linemen coming back, and we're looking forward to next year. But we're just going to enjoy this season and these awards for right now, Ben.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for coming down. Coach
My
Kevin
pleasure.
Carroll,
Thank you
you're 3A Coach of the Year, NewMexicoChevyDealers.com, 3A Coach of the Year. We're heading into the final stretch, but there's still more awards to hand out. Single A and Double A are ready to be served as the honors just keep coming out. First, more from our cheerleader vault from 2010.
Tuesdays